Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, let me roll my sleeves up for this because I have a lot of stuff to say today. I have not made a video in a while just because last week was kind of crazy. And next week is going to be kind of crazy for me as this semester of school that I'm in is coming to a close. With that being said, the reason last week was so crazy is because this boy that I was talking to, okay, well, let's just get the intro done here first. Basically, in this video, I'm going to be eating. I've got some ramen noodles made. I'm going to be talking about some things that girls, I feel like, need to remember. And boys, too, I guess. Just anybody who feels like sometimes their best isn't good enough. And along with that, I'm going to be talking about this guy who tried to play me and my best friend. So, with that being said, let's get it started. Alright, so I have this big old plate of ramen made because it is 5 p.m. It's past 5 p.m. and I have not ate all day. And we've got lots to say today. So, I'm going to start with what y'all came to this video for. Probably not actually, but you're going to hear about it. So, I was talking, let's flash back to a couple months ago. I was talking to this guy, and I matched with him on Tinder. And for y'all who don't know what Tinder is, if you've been living under a rock, it's a dating app. And a lot of people use it for hookups. I use it for entertainment. I don't ever like go on the app unless I'm like with friends and we're just kind of like messing around with it, whatever. Well, I met this dude and I matched with him and we had been talking, and right away he went crazy on me and he spazzed out and was trying to tell me how I'm going to treat him wrong and all the girls in his past have treated him wrong and I was going to be like just another girl that was going to do the same. And right away I just got bad vibes from him because I don't like when people tell me who I am as a person, because one, he didn't even know me. We had barely been talking, and the fact that he thought it was okay to talk to me like that was not going to work. And so I ghosted him. I stopped talking to him. And then recently, over Easter break, let me just explain it to you this way. My phone, I have this setting on my phone where it never locks unless I actually lock it myself. And so my screen is on like all the time unless I have it locked. And over spring break, I was walking around my house, and I had my phone in my hand, and then all of a sudden, I hear, like, my phone starts, like, beeping, and here I am FaceTiming this dude on accident. And back when we used to talk, he would FaceTime me all the time, but I would never like, answer it because I didn't want to talk to him because he seemed crazy. And, so he still, like, it still had, like, in the history on my phone that he had FaceTime me. So his name was, like, up in my phone under FaceTime. And so I guess somehow I clicked on his name. And I hung up right away because I was not trying to talk to him. But I was still too late. And so he tried calling me back and FaceTiming me back. And I let it ring. And then he texted me and asked me who I was, and I was like, look, we matched on Tinder a long time ago, and I was like, but I want to, like, make sure it's very clear that I did not mean to call you. He was like, oh, okay, like, what's up? I think he knew exactly who I was, but this dude, when I tell you, I should just trust my gut instinct from now on, because I started talking to him again. but like not in that way to start off with anyway. We were just talking about like normal things and like having conversations that normal people have. And then he followed my Instagram account. He started messaging me on there. And had been talking to me. And we had talked all day. And then later that night, I was trying to type a paper. I had a 10-page paper that was due the next day. And I finished it up at like 11:30. I was getting ready to crawl in the bed and go to sleep. And just as I'm doing that, guess who calls me? This dude. So I answer it. I don't know why. Because I don't know what the process in my head was when I picked up the phone. In my head, I felt like I was saying, don't pick it up. But like, I had just been talking to him all day and we had a really good conversation. And so part of me was also like, oh, I really want to talk to him. Oh my God. And so I pick up the phone and we talked for 2.5 hours that night. 2.5 hours. And he went on about, oh, like, I feel like some vibe with you. I really like you.
Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop your fucking lying.
Blah, blah, blah. I didn't really take nothing away from it. And the next day I wake up and he's got 7 other girls on his Snapchat story for Woman Crush Wednesday. And look, I was not mad. I was like, I'm not going to be crazy. I was like, I just started talking to this dude a couple days ago. So it's not like we were dating or even talking at that point. We had just been talking as friends. At least that was what I got from it. So I'm going through his story, looking at these girls. And I'm not going to make this a race thing. Like, I was messing with him. But all the girls he likes are white. And so I was a little confused as to what brought him to me. And the guy is black. The one I was talking to. The one I'm talking about now. And anyway, so I'm going through his story. And I come across my best friend. Now, no, I'm not going to say her name just because I don't know that she would be okay with me doing it. I think she would. But it doesn't matter. But just know she's my best friend. And she was one of his Women Crush Wednesdays, I guess. And I was very confused because I was not sure how she knew him or... Whoops. I was not sure how they knew each other because I had met him on Tinder and he was not from our area at all. And so I pushed out, like, I held down on his Snapchat story and I sent it to her because I assumed they were friends on Snap. I was like, I messaged her and I was just playing around, but I was like, how do you know my mans? Why are you talking to him? Like, acting crazy, but she knew I wasn't being serious. Because what's crazy, I'll get there. But what's crazy is a couple days before this all happened, it was Easter break. And the night before I accidentally had FaceTimed him, my friend and another friend had come over to my house. And I told them about him. And I told them about, like, how he, like, went crazy on me after we had only been talking for literally a couple hours. And so I stopped talking to him. But I never showed them a picture or, like, said his name or anything. So they wouldn't have known who I was talking about. And then that next day is when I had accidentally FaceTimed him. And so, like, I'm screenshotting, like, him FaceTiming me and his text messages and stuff and sending them to my best friend because I was like, we were just talking about him last night and now I'm FaceTiming him. And his name in my phone is not his actual name. And so, again, she wouldn't have known that this was the dude that she, like, was talking to on Tinder. And so then, anyway, so I slid up and I was like, why are you talking to him? Or how did you meet him? She, I guess, met him, or not I guess, she did. She met him on Tinder. She met him on Tinder, and they started talking. And I was in a mood the other day where I thought the world was against me. And just because I had a lot of bad things happening to me that day. And so I just felt like I had gotten set up all day. And so then this happened. And I thought my own best friend was trying to set me up and snake me. Let it be known that she was not. But, and she knows that, she knows that's how I felt at first too. Because I told her, because it was just a very large coincidence. Like, it's just so crazy how it went down. So, as soon as she found out that I had been talking to this dude and that this was the guy that I told her about, she stopped talking to him right away. She's sending me screenshots of them having hour-long, 2-hour-long conversations, which is what we had been doing. And I'm over here feeling dumb because not even really, like, I don't know how to explain this, but, like, part of me felt like, oh, like, this is our thing, having long conversations on the phone. It's like, no, I wasn't the only one he was talking to. And I knew that, obviously, by seeing all them girls on his Snapchat story. But I just need y'all to know this. I am very grounded with the type of person I am. I know who I am. And I've grown to know how to be okay with being by myself. I don't need a man to make me happy. I don't need anyone to make me happy. And I tell my friends this. I tell guys this when I talk to them. Like, I love my friends to death. I love my family to death. And if I'm talking to a guy that I like, okay, that's whatever. But I don't need them to be happy because I have myself. And I've found that happiness within myself to make myself happy. Because at the end of the day, that's all you have. And I just don't think guys, I feel like guys get intimidated by women like that. Especially guys like this who like to control women and that like to talk to different women at the same time. And who I am as a person, if you're going to talk to me and make me feel special and ask me out on dates, you should not be talking to any other woman. Like, that's just common sense to me. And those are my expectations, some of them. And I'm not going to lower them for anybody. Like, okay, I may not be the best looking. I may be fat. Like, you can go ahead and tell me whatever you want. Like, call me names, whatever. But at the end of the day, even though I'm looking a little rough right now, I know that I'm pretty. And I don't need a man to make me feel pretty. I don't need a man to make me feel happy because I feel pretty and I'm happy with myself. And he was scared by that, and he just did not want to commit to one thing. And so me and my friend, you know, I talked to her, and I was like, he asked me out this weekend. Like, he wanted to go out this weekend. I'm in college. I don't have time on the weekends just to be going and doing whatever I want. He was asking all these other girls out on the same dates at the same times. And I'm just trying to figure out why he thinks that's okay. Like, And what's crazy is that I told him when he posted that on his story, I slid up and I said, that's my best friend. How do you even know her? And why are you talking to her? And I don't think I said, why are you talking to her? No, but I said, hey, that's my best friend. How do you know her? He's like, oh, really? That's crazy. Like, you two are really best friends? I'm like, nah, I made it up. My question is, if I just told you that this was my best friend, why are you about to go and still try and talk to her knowing damn well she's not about to talk to you anymore? Knowing damn well I'm not about to talk to you anymore because clearly you're still talking to other girls while you're talking to me. I'm not going to waste my time talking to someone for 3+ hours a day when they're out there doing the same thing with other girls. Like, don't do that, you know? And I guess that was too much to ask for, but I don't know. It's crazy. And I called him out for it. He FaceTimed me, what's today? He FaceTimed me yesterday, Saturday. I went off on him. I was so upset. Like, he called me and he was like, hey, like, what are you doing? Are you still coming down this weekend? Because I told his ass I was coming down there today, but I surely was not. I just wanted to see what he was going to say because he was supposed to be taking my best friend out. And he just kept talking. And as he was talking, he wasn't even really saying nothing. But I just kept getting mad. And, like, he was in the middle of saying something. And I just asked him straight up. I said, are you talking to other girls? Or no, I didn't ask him. I said, I know you're talking to other girls. And he was like, oh, why does every female say that? And he's like, well, how come? He's like, how do I know you're not out there talking to other guys? I don't know, maybe because I'm a decent human being and I wouldn't do that to somebody. And his excuse was that he's not hooking up with all of these people. He's just talking to them. And I don't understand why guys have that mindset. Like, I don't care if I feel a vibe with somebody or not right away. Like, if I'm talking to somebody, that means I stop talking to everybody else. Like, if I'm talking to a guy and maybe I don't feel like the strongest vibe with him, but I'm still out of respect for that person, I'm not going to be talking to 5 other guys at the same time. Like, that's just not right. And I called him out, and he was trying to play the dumb, like, I'm not talking to other girls. Now, when he knows I'm best friends with this girl that he's talking to, of course she's going to tell me everything you're saying. Of course, I'm going to tell her everything you're saying to me. So I'm like, you better be careful what you say because I have receipts and I'm not stupid. And then he made that face. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, I don't need you to be honest because I already know. He said, well, I'm just going to, he was like, don't you want to hear it for myself? And then try to make me, it was crazy. He's so manipulative. He tried to turn it around and make it about me and make it my fault and how I'm always busy so we can't hang out, so he doesn't want to date me. Like, what kind of excuse is that? You don't want an intelligent woman who goes to school? Whatever. Bye. I don't need him. I don't need nobody but myself and my family. That's all I need in life. And I don't know. Anyway, you can't fix stupid. Guys like that just, I don't know. And guys have been like that with me my whole life because they think just because I'm fat that I'm like some charity case or something and that like I'm not going to take myself seriously. But then again, I'm going to go back and say it again. I don't need a man to make me happy because I got me, myself, and I. I'm not going to force anybody in my life that doesn't want to be there. If you don't want to be in my life, there's the door. See your way out. I'm not mad. I've had plenty of people in my life walk out. I've had plenty of family members come in my life and walk out that I don't talk to. I have friends here at college that I've met in the past however many months that have treated me better than people I've known my whole life that are blood. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give respect where it's given. If you give me respect, I give you respect. And at the end of the day, that's that. So, I don't know. What else did I have to talk to you about? But I'm gonna stop talking to this. Basically, girls, don't ever, 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 ever lower your standards for a guy. I promise you they're not that serious. And I feel like a lot of girls today struggle with being not really happy with themselves, but knowing how to be by themselves. Like, especially in high school, I feel like I always had to travel with like groups of people and be like, oh, what are you doing? I could never do anything by myself. But like once you come to college, like I don't have time for all that. If I gotta do something, I'm gonna do it whether somebody's with me or not. You know, and at the end of the day, you just really have to be okay with being by yourself, because even if you do have a significant other, you still have a very good chance of being by yourself at some point in time, and you just need to be okay with that and learn how to be okay with that. And please don't ever lower your standards for nobody. Don't make a guy make you feel like you're crazy or whatever for wanting respect, for expecting respect. It's just crazy. And no matter how many times they make you feel like you're crazy for wanting to know where they're at and who they're talking to, I just feel like, I don't know, and I'm not saying that, like, I feel like I'm not the type of girl that's gonna be, like, going through your phone and trying to figure out who you're talking to, because I'm not insecure like that. Like, if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I'm not gonna be insecure like that. Like, I should be able just to know that you're for me and I'm for you, like, and we're down for each other. But at the same time, I just wish guys had that same respect for women and wouldn't go out and talk to other girls. And I've said time and time again, and you'll hear it time and time again, that girls will find out everything, and we will. You cannot put anything past us. You cannot put anything past me, because I will find out. So, don't play me, because it ain't gonna work, sis. But yeah. So, that's where I'm at in life right now. And for something crazier, yesterday I was in Ames almost all day with a group of girls. We went to, they had an African night thing there. And we first got there and they had African food. They had all these different African dishes. And it was so good. It was so good. And then we went and they had this whole little show. They had a play, a fashion show. They had these dance performances and stuff, and it was really lit. But I'm pretty sure like 2 or 3 of us that went there ended up with food poisoning, me included, which is also why I have not ate all day. And I was supposed to be at my choir concert tonight, but I just have been like, oh, I just have not been good today. Which is half the reason I look like I just got out of bed. Because I did. I've been in bed all day, trying to catch up on sleep and just rest, because I just have not been feeling well. So, yeah, yo.
I've been watching.
I do want to do a Q&A. I'm trying to get people to send me questions. I have some of them compiled up now, but I still need more. So send me your questions. Facebook, message me, text me, snap me. I just ate this whole plate of ramen. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my stomach. But yeah. Alright, I will see you guys in the next video. Hey, y'all.